So the research that you do with some of your students,
Mm-hmm.
can you share a little bit about what you do, what that process is like?
Well, I will try. It's better to actually see it.
Hands
The
on
organic.
experiential.
I tell people the organic lab. It's the dirty lab. We're not like the analytical chemist where you have to be pristinely clean. So, but if it's dirty, that means we're working. But the students, they basically set up reactions in a round bottom flask with condensers. We also have microwave, but it doesn't look like a traditional microwave.
Like
It's
microwave
really
oven?
high tech. Yeah, it's really high tech looking microwave.
And a
so-
condenser, I'm thinking condenser microphone.
No, a condenser like a glassware.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like distillation.
Oh, to catch
Distillation.
the droplets of stuff.
Yes, the vapors. Yes. So they would set things like that up, and it's really the art of doing that, right? You have to appreciate every little thing that your glassware has to be clean and dry, etc. You have to have your magnetic stir bar to keep the reaction stirring. So they would set up the reaction and monitor it over hours or days, depending on the type of reaction. And then they would do what we call workup, right, where they're harvesting the product. So there would be a special procedure for that too. Maybe it's filtration, maybe it's evaporation, etc. And so anybody can set up a reaction, but not everybody can work it up. You have to really understand the reaction to work it up, because then you could lose the product somewhere along the line and think that you didn't make it, that your reaction was a failure. So workup is very important, and to be good at it, you have to understand the mechanisms of the reaction, what's actually taking place. So they do all of that, and once they've gotten the crude product, then we purify it by recrystallization. And that basically, recrystallization is dissolving the crude product in a hot solvent and then cooling it down or letting it come to room temperature. Then you can cool it, chill it, and the crystals should form of your pure product. While in the solution, in the solvent, you should have the impure product being in solution. So, and then when crystals are formed, it's the most beautiful thing.
What kind of crystals are you making?
I can show you some now or send you pictures of them, but they're like,
Yes,
right
I
now
would
we
love
have
to see
some
photos.
white, beautiful crystals.
And
Yeah,
what's
like
the
needle
molecule?
shape.
What is the
The molecule is an amide.
Okay.
I know.
I know.
It's related to
Oh.
the protein structure, right?
Okay.
So yeah, to make a protein, you have a bunch of amide bonds. So yeah.
And so I'm thinking, my reference in my mind for crystals are like stones. But is this like a fibrous kind of thing? Is it?
I could show you, but they look like crystals, but they're needle-like.
Okay.
Some of them are needle-like, or some of them can have really intricate, crystal structure. It could be diamond-shaped, hexagon, etc. Yeah, and if you look at them under a microscope, you could get it even more crazy detail. And that's the really beautiful part of organic chemistry, to see crystals.
I think this is a great segue to move into the other thing that you're really, really passionate about and great at, and that's art and
I
beauty.
love art.
The way that you are describing these crystals, and I looked at your artwork, of course, right? The thing that strikes me is how detail-oriented it is.
Mhm.
Someone who has spent a lot of time observing these things in nature is making this art. Can you, I'm curious, what I want to know is, how does your career as a scientist inform what you do with your art and your painting? And then how does that come in and inform what you do as a scientist? I mean, I can already hear it in your language. I know there's a synthesis
I know.
between them.
There's a synthesis between them, and I will tell you that I'm a better scientist because I'm now an artist. I think that it's a level
You're a
of...
better scientist because you are an artist.
Yes.
We need to put that on a placard and put that out in the world.
I know,
For full
I
education.
really feel that way. It's a level of appreciation that you get with being an artist. So that detail that I'm paying attention to is because I'm appreciating the object very much. And so when I'm appreciating it, I'm awed by every little tiny detail. So I want to be true to it, right? So when I'm painting, it's not about me, but it's about, I want to be true to this flower. I want to be true to what I'm seeing. And so I just get myself out of it, and then I'm painting exactly what I see because I want to put down what I see. Ultimately, I think I'm getting the image, and people saying, wow, they're basically the same thing, it's very cool, but there are images within images. And so this painting that I did looks like the photograph that I took, but now it's abstract as well, because I can see images within images within images, and there's just so much in each painting that it keeps me motivated to paint, because it's like a gift. Like I get a present, it's like opening a present Christmas Day. Whenever I paint, throughout the whole process, I'll see new things that inform me. And then what I do is I read up. So I'm learning as I'm painting about all these different things or imagery that I see within it. I get curious. So I'm like, what's that about? What's that about?
Okay, so wait, I have a question for you. One of your paintings, is it Heavenly Love? I think that's it. It's the one that is the clouds, and then there's the butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
I think I understand exactly what you're saying. In that painting in particular, there are the clouds, and there are layers of things that's going on in what you painted with the clouds that is a little bit nebulous, but yet so that you can see multiple things going on there.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also the very distinct butterfly that has painstaking detail on that particular image. When you were painting that, is that another example of your learning stuff? Like you're painting something and then you want to go research and learn more about.
That was the beginning of it. That was my first painting from nature.
Oh,
right. So I went outside in my backyard because my dog wanted to go outside. And so I was like, really? You need to go outside now? Yeah, so I went outside. I'm just outside with him. It was around January, early January. So it was still cold. That's why I didn't want to go outside with him. So, but then I looked up and I saw the cloud formation. So I was like, this is pretty cool. So I took pictures of it. And then when I went with my phone, and then when I went inside, I was looking at it, I went, wow, this is very cool. Because I saw what seemed to me like a human image within it. And so I was like, wow, that's cool, I'm gonna paint it. So I was like, but how am I gonna paint clouds? I've never painted clouds before. So I was like, okay, we're doing it anyways. And then I saw a butterfly outside, but the picture of that was blurry, so I got an arbitrary butterfly and I did painstakingly put it in. People say it looks like a sticker that I slapped onto the painting, but that was the fun part. I really enjoyed doing the butterfly because it was like meditation. So, and if I would get disturbed, like I would get really upset if a text came in or a call came in, I would get really, so I started to not look at my emails on the weekends, because that's when I would paint. I was like, I need my moment, I need my time to do this, and it needs my attention. So I never check my email on the weekends.
That's probably a lifesaver, a sanity saver at the very least.
It is a sanity saver.